SimPlay Nation, and welcome to track surface with no rain on the forecast, and it's similar, it's cold, it's tricky, and it is so annoying to get right, as shown with the GT4s yesterday. You think you know this circuit, you think it's nice and tidy, until you realise you can hardly see what this track is doing majority of the time during the day. So add the nighttime factor when all you can see is what's in your with what's in your lights, and it makes it a tricky one. Right now in free practice, 10 minutes remaining on it. It is Sny who's currently fastest with a 1 minute 41.4940. Saying good day. It's then John Google in P number 2 with Hibbs P3, Ramsell P4, Saunders P5, Fernie P6, Kneebone T7, who, if I am correct, is a returning driver, with Beck P8, Greaves P9, and Millington P10, who very gracefully decided I'm going to bottle at the final few corners and let you have that position last night. So, thank you, Hibbs. I am very grateful from that. Somebody in YouTube chat already saying, I really dislike this track at most times. Well, too damn bad is what many people would say, but to be fair, that is fair enough. I'm a GT4 Alpine driver, so I love this track. As it seems like Hibbs' father is in the chat, if I am reading that correctly. Welcome in, sir. Honestly, who doesn't love watching everybody, who doesn't love family getting involved in racing? And I am just doing my things. I should really do this beforehand, but I was messing about with you, but I was messing about with something. Start. Bear with me, guys. I'm getting something up. There it is. I mean, I'm just going to let you guys watch Sny a minute, because right now we need to go through your drivers and teams' standings, because I think everybody would like them done before here we go. Right, that's driver stats. Here we go. He doesn't want to zoom out. Okay. Great American accent in the track. It's not a Chevy friendly, that's for sure. Fair enough. I mean, right now, right now in the teams. Well, we'll go through the drivers. Well, you know what? We always start with. You know what? We always start with the drivers. So I'm gonna go different this week. I'm gonna go with the teams first. So right now, sat at the top with 807 points to their name is Greasy Bandits Racing. No surprise there with what they've been doing. A 1-2 last week out. A 1-2 in Imola. Not Imola. This is Imola. A 1-2 in Silverstone. A 1-2 in Kyalami. So safe to say they deserve to be up there. 807 points and 183 points behind is the P number 2 team of Cam Racing. FSO Racing then sits P number 3 with Stage 2 Motorsport in P number 4. P number 5 goes to Fat Bloke Racing with P number 6 with SimPlay Racing there. Then Richie's Course Team in P number 7 with P number 8 being Mad Dog Motorsport. Cloud 9 Racing rounds up in P number 9, so very fitting with Team TOM rounding out the top 10. Then at Roadrunners Motorsport, Team Murloc, Malamus Racing, Quantum Motorsport, RBGT Team, Dolphins 1 in Motorsport, Team TRC Audio Sport, and Team Audio Sport. And then going over to the drivers, up 454 points, 93 gap lead is Hibbs, followed by Sny. Then it's John Google. Good day. And then it is Ramsell. It's then Millington P number 5 with Stardock P number 6. P number 7 is Ritchie, followed by P8 of Flem Speed 1. Greaves lines up at P number 10 with Beck to round out the top 10. It's then the limiter, Taylor, Varga, Flores, Argent, Saunders, Williams, Wolski, Fat Bloke, Craig, Old Sim Racer, R. Smith, Hicks, Tucker, Fernie, Johnson, Rubber, Sturrock, Unsworth, Betterson, Clarble, Atherton, Hayho, Best, Lane, Cranky Duckhead, Kneebone, N-Waste, Scottliff, KLF, and Roy. I botched quite a few of those names. But, hey ho, welcome to racing. We botch things a whole lot of the time. And oh yeah, if any of you are wondering what the drivers are seeing, this is what the drivers see. That is what the drivers are seeing around this circuit, so yeah. Ignore my very bad cameras, because, yeah. Wow, what's number 3? Oh, number 3 is Chase Cam. Why is that so zoomed in on... Jeez, why is my Chase Cam so zoomed in? Jeez. Anyway, right now, 4 minutes 15 seconds remaining. Get your predictions in the chat. Who do we think is going to come out on top later tonight? Because welcome to the Chin Chag. Welcome to the Chit Chat. And if you did not know, we have a charity event coming up against cancer where we raised an Nordschleifer. If you would like more information, join us in the Discord. So let's wait and see. Sny is still fastest. 3 minutes 17 remain. Of course, you've got the reversed grid order as well, which honestly, hopefully,
Matthew will not leave running again this week.
Matthew, I mean the producer in the background. That's what I mean. The producer in the background. But right now, we will continue here. Right now, it is going to be KLF who is going to be coming to the line. What will they be able to do here at Imola? Are they going to go faster? Are they going to stay where they are? They will stay where they are. So we'll wait and see as we do continue around this circuit. Going to be going down into the hairpin. I'm going to be honest, I suck with corner names here, apart from Aqua Minerale. You would think, considering that I raced here last night, I would know the corner names, but you would be very, very surprised. But let's remind you of, since we've got 1 minute 46 left, let's remind you of what is coming up tonight and then after Imola. So let me get Discord up real quick. Is Millington going to go faster? Is Millington going to go faster? Is Millington going to go faster? No. So, Millington sat there momentarily. He's currently P number 3. That's why we're watching him, because he is the fastest out on track at this current moment in time. But we shall wait and see. Which, to be honest, it's going to be a dry one tonight, so who knows? Anything and anything can happen. 45 seconds left on the clock. Of course, after Imola, oh, we go to the Nürburgring. And then another night race at the Red Bull Ring. Yay! My little Alpine isn't going to be having fun. But you know who will be having fun, though? These drivers currently out on track. That is not the racetrack, sir. As here we go. So 1 minute 30 till we get going. And honestly, who is not going to love this? I want a good camera angle here. Who's ready to see every single light of these cars? Come on. Because honestly, there is just something special about this. When all the lights get turned on by the drivers, and it just lights up the entire track. We saw it last night in GT4s. Let's see if we can do the same again here tonight in GT3 Pro-Am, shall we? Here we go, in 1 second, 30 seconds. Who's ready to see all the lights come on? Let there be light.
20 seconds.
Has somebody reset to the pit lane? Yo! There's a gap missing. Who's returned to the pits?
10 seconds.
Oh! Oh no! Wolski and Flemspeed 1 have returned to the pits. Okay, we'll wait till the end of Sector 1. We'll wait till the end of Sector 1 so we can see what order the drivers will truly line up in, because, yeah, that happened. But you can see all the drivers now pulling away from the grid. And let's get ready to rumble. Everybody should line up as we'll wait for the game to update, because yay. Yeah, we're waiting on Wolski and Flemspeed 1 to go to the back. So, wait until the end of Sector 1. There he goes. Right, they'll all be updated in a second. So right now, we'll go through it right now for you as we head out of the hairpin. It is Lane who will line up on pole position, but he will have Hey-Ho right alongside him on that front row. Atherton promoted into P number 3 with better than P number 4. Sturrock then lines up in P number 5 with 30P6 to round out that third row. P number 4th row then goes Tucker and Smith, with P number 9 going to Old Sim Racer, and Craig rounds out the top 10 and that 5th row on the grid. It's then Saunders, Argent, Flores, Beck, Varga, Greaves, Millington, Ramsell, good day mate, Snye, Hibbs, Kneebone, and KLF will be at the back of the grid order, with pit lane starts being Wolski and Flemspeed 1. So a Beamer, a Porsche in the pit lane, while we got a Lamborghini and a Ferrari, which will be lining up on pole position. As somebody in the chat saying, if a McLaren gets clean air around here, good luck sticking with it. Well, we'll have to wait and see because the McLaren is infamous. As we will go now to the helicam because it is infamous. It's Imola. It's known. Acqua Minerale, Villeneuve chicane, and much, much more. Piratella also up there. So we shall wait and see. If somebody wants to put the corner names in chat, that'd be real good. Because I haven't got a track map up, I'll probably do that for the second race. But right now, it's Lane with Hey Ho, who will be right alongside him. You can see the rest of the grid lining up there with them. But here we go. We're at Imola. We're in the night. It is quiet. It is cold. And it is going to be tricky. Lane on pole. Hey Ho P2 as they look to the right-hand side for that infamous green flag.
Green light, give it all you can.
Boogity, 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 let's go racing for the sprint race as we are off and away, and Lane is going to get an amazing start. Hey Ho, not so much. Already losing out on the right-hand side is Betterson. That's going to be Sturrock, who seeming to lose out positions there. That's already contact for Hey Ho in turn number 1, and that is going to be very, very unlucky. Turn number 2, I should say. But the rest of the grid seeming to get through all right. Fernie has actually got a mega jump. He's up at a P number 2. Lane already having the defenders. They're heading to the Villeneuve chicane. Goes to the switchback. Lane goes deep. That's not going to work out for him. And it's going to be down into the hairpin. Round the outside is going to be chosen by Fernie. Lane on the inside loses the traction. Not going to work out. He makes his way through. Hey Ho right there with him trying to make his way around and through. Fernie losing out there on the opening lap. He had a decent start, but not so much as Fernie. Down into Piratella, into the left-hander, and then down into Mineral Water, aka Acqua Minerale, is what the Italians like to call it. Thank you very much, Benny. And then right now we continue going a little bit further back as well. We've got a nice little bout going on here. Beamer trying to make his way past them. He's already got past Tucker. Rob Smith also made his way through. Tucker losing out here as well. Actually, no, he's the car ahead. As that is a car in the background. Who is off? That is old Sim Racer. And he's only going to put it in the barrier even more than he needs to. Sir, you have a break for a reason. As he is now doing donuts. As there is Wolski, who started with pit lane start. Here comes Flem Speed 1. Beck also seemed to get caught up in the early stages of that race as we now head down the main straight, as we head down towards Tamburello chicane. Betterson right there with him. The Beamer looking to make a move on the Audi. The Audi not seem to have a good season here so far. Makes the move. Lovely overtake. Here comes Tucker on Betterson, trying to make his way through. Almost makes contact with the Ford Mustang who's actually got through, so that was Varga. He almost made contact with, heading down and through. Throughout the rest of this circuit, it's what's known, it's what love. And Betterson, as Fernie has an amazing start. Richie's Motorsport, Dolphins 1 Racing, headed down through Villeneuve. As heading down through Villeneuve, onto the throttle one more time. Sturrock's right there with him. Varga is also going to be on the attack, trying to get past Tucker, who is right in front of him. Rob Smith also making his way through as they head through Piratella, as then down into Acqua Minerale. Tucker down the inside of Varga, heading down into Aqua. Got to be nice and tricky, nice and slidey. Inside move, gets it done. Lovely, jubbly, sound as a pound, as that is the Audi of Atherton. He's had a moment in Acqua Minerale. He's dropping further and further down the order. John Gooday has actually had a very good start. He's already up the inside at the chicane, only 2 laps in, and look at Gooday already making that move out of Variante Alta, aka the Alta chicane, and that is a lovely move up into P number 10, but he makes contact, or should I say that was Saunders, or was it Snai? Major contact going into good old Ravazza, and that is unfortunate and unlucky as Snai Goudet had an amazing start, not so much now, but then again he still kept it going versus a Bentley, aka the Boatley. Not as much as the lovely jubbly Matt Wright's one, hashtag quantum bias. And then down into Tom Barello's chicane, through the left-hander, and down towards Villeneuve. Through Tosa, you will go. Of course, you've only got 15 minutes, 51 seconds left of this race. Down through Villeneuve, though. The yellow flag is there. That is for a car off, right? That's for a car off. Was that? Yes, that is. That was the race leader. As down into the hairpin, they make contact. Yellow flags, be careful. You got a car in the middle of the track. But Lane, seeming to finally crumble under the pressure, gets the car going, but now third to last. Fernie driving off into the distance in his good old Macca. But you can already see it, major contacts, Tucker's drop down after that spin at the Tosa hairpin. And then over the crest through Aqua, down into chicane Alta. As the pit window now opens, you've got 10 minutes to make your pit stops, 25-second minimum pit stop with refueling mandatory. So it's up to you if you take tyres or no tyres. So as we do continue going on here though, down into the braking zone of Ravazza, it's actually a major mistake. John Goudet is going to make his way through. He's going to slip by. Bentley has lost quite a few positions there. Now on the back, he will call the box, over the radio. They will hear it. And then into the pit lane with Snai, who made up a few positions there, it seemed. As right now, Betterson trying to go on a defensive game. Rob Smith also up there, as he does currently stand. Fastest lap goes to Hayho, as he heads down through Vilna, chicane number 75. They've had an offing, as 75, I'm blind sometimes. As that is Betterson. You can see him there on the exit of Tamburello. But then now and down through Tosa we go. Down towards Piratella. And then onto the throttle one more time. Looking out and through the windshield. A little bit there. Tries to go for the switch on the inside, thinking he was going to go deep, but the Macca holds its line. Hibbs followed by T-Bone, followed by KLF. KLF and Nemo all in this race now, and then into Aqua Minerale. Try to get as much throttle as you can up and through the exit, down into chicane Alta, and then through one more time into the braking zone, into the brakes when that curve on the left begins. Over the curve, try not to spin it though, as I found out last night, and many others heading down one more time through the throttle, through the gears, heading down the hill. Who will come out on top? Who will have the advantage? Through the right-hander, and as soon as it straightens out, you want to hit the brakes into the left-hander, onto the throttle, trying to close in those gaps behind is Millington as well. Down into those corners. Sturrock, Varga, John Goudet into the pit lane. Apologies, catch my breath for a minute, guys. As right now, Hey-Ho going to be making his way through the circuit. Hey-Ho, here we go. A little too high or a little too low. I think she's made of candy. As they actually, Hey-Ho has lapped Tucker. No, where's he at? Well, lapping already going on. As right now, 6 minutes 33 remain. We've got to have that question. When are the leaders going to pit? You can already see that green stacking up on the left-hand side. That is starting to be ready and raring to go. Down into the Alta chicane, which could definitely alter your race. and then down into the left-hander, onto the throttle and through the gears you go. Fernie actually, race leader, major development comes in to the pit lane. The Macca decided now is the chance, maybe a splash and dash, or with the 25-second minimum, it is a split fuel strategy. So hey-ho, will develop the lead of this race, but deading down into Vilna chicane, through the left, through the right, trying not to take too much gravel on the left-hand side, then down into Tosa again, 50 metres onto the brakes, where that little exit road comes on, through the left-hander, onto the throttle, and then through we go again. After this, we'll have a 15-minute qualifying, we'll have a 10-minute break, followed by 15-minute qualifying, then a 1-hour race, heading down into Piratella, then into the left-hander again, one more time, every single moment, every single shot, every single opportunity that you will be given, that you will take. Halfway through the race, still a long way to go, says the race engineer. Does anybody know how to turn him off, please? And then down onto the throttle again, through these curves, through the hill, through the crest, and into the braking zone, under the sign, into the brakes, and then you try to chase down that Macca right in front of you. I just realised, do we not have a rubber this week? I can't make the joke of rubbing in the Macca. But right now, one more thing to point out, it is KLF who, if I'm getting this from Matthew, is a returning driver, and it's going to be for Team Audio Sport, into the left-hander and into the right-hander of Villeneuve. It's Sturrock right there with him, got to be on the defensive game. You can see it, you can see that car, you can see his headlights over the rear wing as we head down through Tosa. He's not going to give it up though, he's going to be right back on that pro. He's going to be right back on that roll, where it does count, where it will come into moments, where it will come into play. John Gooday is also now in the pit lane. It will be Hayho and Nebo who will call their pit stops. They will put it over the radio and they pull in for the pits. As right now, down into Aqua Minerale, then up into Alta. It is through the left, through the right, and maybe a throwback, but it's not a Saturday night. But we continue going one more time into Chicane Alta. KLF seeming to lose out quite a bit of time, heading through Aqua Minerale. Greaves is now right on the back of him, trying to close in, trying to take that opportunity as we look through the windshield. The Beamer still trying to have that opportunity on the exit, but the McLaren begins to speed away. Low speed, not so much. That comes down to the Beamer, but the main acceleration once you hit fourth gear, that is the McLaren's to beat. Heading down into the left-hander and then through onto the main straight you go. Luckily enough, we don't use the MotoGP triangle, as it seems like he's got into the pits a few times. 30 seeming to drive away right now, and yes, he has. He's actually got past Varga, it seems. Actually, no, Varga pitted, so Fernie's got a 27. Fernie back in the net lead of this Grand Prix, because Smith, Hibbs, Ramsell, Flores, Lane and Hafferton still yet to call their box. Right now, Sturrock still trying to chase down the cars in front of him, that being Saunders and T-Bone. As actually, KLF has finally got past Saunders. Nope, Saunders is in front of him, my bad. You can see Saunders right there. And one thing to point out, John Gooday is now entering the fight. He's caught up, he's entering this battle. And you've got to wonder, it's John Gooday. How long will it take for this man to do what he needs to do? Sturrock actually past Millington, and he was on the back of Gooday. It seems like he's closing in lap after lap, and the gap between himself and Greaves never seems to close. As actually Greaves is going to make a mistake. He will abuse those track limits. You can abuse those quite a lot when it comes down to Aqua Minerale, but at the same time it seems like he may lose a bit of time, because here comes John Gooday down into the Alta chicane, as right now Greaves is going to be right on the back of KLF, who seems to make a mistake out of very onto Alta, down into the braking zone, over the crest and down the hill. On the inside is where that Beamer wants to be, and he will stick it there. He's going to put his nose in, and he's not going to give it up. but he's unlucky and he will not get the move done. He may lose out to Good A right now as they head down the main straight. Lots of pit stops being made. Here comes Greaves one more time. Beamer good on a straight, not as good as the Mercedes. Not as good as the McLaren, though. Almost called out Mercedes. Heading through the right-hander. Down the main straight, you will go as somebody's got the meatball flag. Who's got the meatball? Is it? Who's got the meatball? Somebody's been given the meatball flag, but right now he's not going to give you up. He's Rob Smith. And he's going to be coming right at you. Ramsell finally comes into the pits. That's going to leave Flores as the net leader, but he has to come in at this moment in time. He will come in. Otherwise, he would have faced an in-game penalty, which would have been handed straight to him. As we see Peaceful's family in the chat. Welcome in, good sir. Hope you are enjoying the action. Heading down into the left-hander and then into the fast left again. Down the hill into Aqua Minerale as they exit Piratella. Into the right-hander one more time. This is the thing about Imola. It's tight, it's tricky, and it's hard to overtake as it seems like Varga's having a little bit of a glitchy moment there. He's gone off track. Hibbs will capitalise. Last week's sprint race winner is going to take the advantage, but he has got a mega gap to close in. He's got 8 seconds to hey-ho. Then it should be another 5 seconds. And it should be another 5 seconds to the car in front of him. So I'm being nice. I would say that the race win is out the picture for Hibbs this week here in race number 2. Here in the sprint, here in race number 1, I should say. As right now going down the main straight, Varga's got to be careful. Sny's going to be right alongside him. Going to be going 3 wide there momentarily as yellow flags the number 72s at the moment. That's going to be Lane as Varga goes off at the Tamburello chicane. He's going to lose out to everybody up to T-Bone. So T-Bone trying not to T-Bone anybody as Ramsell is the fastest driver out on track currently, setting the fastest lap of this race so far. 4 minutes remain on the clock, so just under 2 laps remain, or maybe 3. We will have to wait and see. Right now though, Ramsell on the back of Varga. He's wanting to close in that gap. He's not wanting to give it up. And you can see right there, you can see the wheel on the left hand side. You can see the car right in front of him. And the person who gets a front row seat to all of this is Rob Smith. If Ramsell and Varga make one mistake, then it is Rob Smith's opportunity. He can take that advantage as they exit out of Aqua Minerale and down into Variante Alta. Then down into the braking zone for it, into the chicane you will go. Try not to lose it like me last night. Head it through the right, head it through the left. Use as much as that bounce as possible. The car can really get unsettled though. Heading onto the throttle, the Ferrari not as good in the straight line, but it may have that advantage through the corners here. The number 3, the 70, the triple 3, the 77, seeming to have a moment. That was Sny and Saunders. Look at the windshield of that car, and look at the way he's having to drive it. Look at that right angle. That is a box. That is a meatball, sir. That is Sny's race done and dusted. He will call the box. That is his race over. Look at the front end of that BMW. And that is unfortunate for him. Seeming to have an incident with the 777. Seeming to have an incident, that's Sny. Seeming to have an incident with Saunders, the number 77, which stands out very much in this nighttime with that luminescent green. But right now, Ramsell is still not giving it up. Right, Fernie is off in the lead. He's been there since lap number 1. I'm going to have some nice words to say about him. As right now, it is Hibbs actually who is now fastest on the track. That goes to the Greasy Bandits. And he is now up into the podium positions. Does that man ever not win? Maybe his teammate John Good day I should say, would be up there, but it looks like he's not going to have the advantage. Down into Aqua Minerale, it seemed like Ramsell was going to look for the move through Mineral Waters, but then over the crest and down towards the chicane one more time. Infamous for spinning you, but he looks to the right hand side, no space there this time, and he is going to not work out this time. Maybe on the exit though, makes a bit of contact with the Beamer. Didn't expect him to go that wide on the exit, heading down towards the final 2 corners, heading down into Ravazza, and then, well, Ravazza 1 and Ravazza 2,
Okay,
technically. Little bit of contact, and it will send him round. Varga goes round. That will send him into Rob Smith. Did Kneebone get caught up in that as well? He will bounce all over the curb. That's going to hold Kneebone up. KLF also, major opportunity. He's made up a real amount of time from the back. But right now, John Gooday is also up there. We've also got to be careful. Flores right now. Millington's all over the back of him. Millington hopefully won't lose it in the final 2 corners on the final lap like he did last night in the GT4s. But heading down towards the main, heading down towards the infamous Tamburello chicane on this final lap as the leader heads now down into Piratella. And then these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars practically nose to tail. You've also got Kneebone, Varga, Gooday, as right now Varga looking to go for that move. KLF actually on Flores getting that move done. It seems Millington's right there as well. He's got Pasteur up. Argent is going to be right there with him as well. One thing we cannot point out, one thing we cannot deny though, I'll get to him in just a moment. Called it, McLaren for the win. Who knows? And here we go, as I will come back to these battles in a moment, but we gotta give the attention to this man. He did not start on pole. That went to the Lamborghini. He was not even on the front row. But here in Imola, the number 43 is tricky conditions. It's a tricky track. It's tricky night time. But he's taken it all, and he's taken it in his stride. It's Fernie in the Macca, and he goes to the line. And it's to the top. Fernie wins the MLS sprint race. Then hey-ho will come out P number 2. Who will come out between these guys though? Kneebone down into the final corner. He's now in P number 6 it seems. Varga's going to be right behind him. Gooday seeming to get past KLF as well. Flores unlucky. As maybe a drag race to the line, over the line they will go. Varga's going to be right there. He will get Ramsell in the final moments. And that is unlucky. Varga gets Ramsell in the final moments. A little bit of a drag race to the line. Millington getting past Sturrock. Flores just about getting Millington as well. What about these guys though? Wolski apparently on the back of Flem Speed 1. They're nowhere near each other. But Beamer versus Beamer, as here we go. A little bit of Porsche action in there as well. Flem Speed 1 may lose out, but here comes the Beamer trying to be right behind him. Going to be a drag race to the line, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Looks to be inside. It will be unlucky. Flem Speed 1 gets it, followed by Wolski. And then the rest of the drivers will come to the grid. K-Lane having a very, very unlucky race. Ended up losing that lead at the hairpin on the first lap. Ended up having AIDS. Ended up going off several laps later at the Villeneuve chicane. And unluckily, P number 10, stop go 10 for Craig, which he has not served. So that will be a penalty coming his way because he has not served it in this race so far. But it's Fernie. It's the man, the myth, the legend. And that is your race winner for the sprint. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a little 10-minute break coming up. Then we'll be back for your 15-minute qualifying, then your 1-hour race 2.
Welcome back, sir. Indeed. Yeah, hold on. I think on it. On it. Race. Oh yeah, damn. Yeah, Rob just messaged me on Discord saying bloody buzzing, best result in the SimPlay 4th. I'll just double check that. Yeah, that it. Yeah. Rob got his best result in SimPlay. I know, right? Like, I was expecting, like, GT4 yesterday was, especially lap 1 was just like, boom. Whereas this, it was just like, yeah, no, there was 1 or 2 contacts, but other than that, there was nothing else. Is that a child I hear? Fair enough. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I didn't say that. I'll... Nation to qualifying, and welcome back, SimPlay Nation, to qualifying, where it is very, very, very cold, and
Yeah. So, let's get ready. Guys, you have your chat open on stream. Ah! Wait, could you guys hear me and Matthew? Could you guys hear me and Matthew that entire time? Please tell me you couldn't. Right, who's first? We're gonna watch the triple free. We're gonna watch Nye. Yes, they could. Ah! You guys heard nothing. That's all I'll say. You guys heard nothing. You heard nada. Right, anyways, let's get ready for qualifying, shall we? As we're going to watch Snipe. As here we go. Well, yeah, not the entire time because... Yeah, not the entire time. Well, yeah, because me and Matthew weren't talking for quite a lot of it. That was me the entire time, watching TikTok. As here we go then, Sny to start his qualifying lap here. Number 31 has already invalidated. What about 333? They've also invalidated. The 557, the only driver not to invalidate so far, that is going to be Varga. What can they do? My apologies, that was rude. As Varga is the only driver furthest round currently yet to invalidate his time. Can he keep it clean? Can he keep it tidy? Let's wait and see, shall we? As we head it down into the Villeneuve chicane. And onto the exit, and I'm pretty sure that's an invalidation. Yep, number 43, you're up. So Fernie, race one's winner, the sprint race winner. Let's see what he can do, shall we, as we head it down into Piratella. And wait and see, we will have to wait and see. As through Acqua Minerale we go. Still valid. So down into Valiente Alta, Fernie loses it. It's at Waterboy track number 57. No, the 557, I should say. So Varga still yet to invalidate. It looks like he's going to make it to the line nice and clean. What can he do around this qualifying circuit? And to the line he will go. Sir, you forgot to turn your headlights on unless it's a glitch on my end. He goes nowhere. Nye goes P number 1, Hibbs P2, Millington P number 3. I think it's cause... Varga, sir, Varga, you don't have your headlights on. Because everybody else's headlights are showing for me. Where are your headlights, sir? Sir, you are missing your headlights. I know you do not want to hit a deer, but please turn your headlights on. This is not stealth mode. Anyway, Sniker on the top, followed by Hibbs and Millington. That's Flores. Let's see what Flores can do, shall we? So what is Flores going to be able to do? Heading down, heading through into P number 7, Ramsol. Let's go over to 501. Let's see what Ramsol can do around this circuit. Because why not? Let's leave it on with him for a little bit, shall we? So right now, he is going to come down in the final few corners. The 501 seeming to be pretty tidy. Okay, so just weirdly, I cannot see Varga's headlights. Okay. Why did I sound like... What's his name? Matt Smith, or whatever his name was, who played the 11th Doctor. Why did I sound like him during his, like, speech? Okay. And one more question, just one. Is this world protected? Because you're not the first lot to have come here. Oh, there have been so many. And what you've got to ask is, what happened to them? Hello, I'm the Doctor. Basically, run. God, that speech was such a good speech. But right now, continuing on in this race, qualifying, Ramsell's in P number 7. Nebot and Tucker still yet to get lap times in. We'll go over to Tucker, see what he can do for a little bit. Because realistically, there's nothing wrong with being a little bit slower. Tucker currently sat in P number 24, yet to get a lap time in. Number 52's at the moment, heading out of Variante Alta. So what can this man do? Currently sat P number 24. Frozen by the Weeping Angels. That was not Matt Smith. That was whatever her name is who played the Doctor. Because if there's one thing you never put in a trap. What would that be, sir? Me. Yeah, honestly, I don't care what anybody says, Matt Smith was the best Doctor. Hello, I'm looking forward to tomorrow racing with pros, with commentary from Dan and Zippy. Why a lot of Just welcome in, sir. How you doing, Andrew? Because welcome to qualifying. Hibbs currently goes P number 2, actually, dethroning Ramsell there momentarily. And you know what? There's 5 minutes left, so give me a minute and I shall go through your updated drivers and team standings for you. Because honestly, it's going to be an interesting one, because coming up, you're going to actually start to see some red numbers on the standings when you look at them. That means that team or driver is out of contention for the championship. Of course, we'll keep you updated with that as it does come, but we shall wait and see, as right now we are going to go through your teams and drivers standings as we go over to the standings. And we shall wait and see, as we'll watch Sny as he is slow on the right hand side. Triple freeze had a moment, actually, that was him. You mean Matt and Kelly? Yeah. Hey, right, can we make this clear? Getting people's name wrong is my thing, hence why I know how to say John Gooday's name properly. I just call him John Google for the memes. But right now, at the top of the standings, on exactly 500 points, is Hibbs line. He is in P number 1 with Grease Bandits Racing G'day in P number 2. Sorry, I mean John Google. It's then Sny P number 3 with Ramsell P4, Millington P5, Flemspeed1 P6, Stardog P7, Greaves P8, Richie P9, Beck rounds out the top 10. It's then Varga, The Limiter, Taylor, Flores, Argent, Saunders, Smith, Wolski, Fernie, Williams, Craig, Fat Bloke, Old Sim Racer, Tucker, Hicks, Bayho, Sturrock, Johnson, Rubber, Unsworth, Bettison, Atherton, Clarble, Best, Lane, Kneebone, KLF, Cranky Duckhead, Waste, Scotliff, and Roy. Then going over to the teams, it is on 880 points up top. Greasy Bandits Racing, McCann Racing, 206 points behind in P number 2. It's then FSO Racing Team, followed by Richie's Race Course Team, followed then it's Fat Bloke Racing, SimPlay Racing, Stage 2 Motorsport, Mad Dog Motorsport, Cloud9 Racing, Team TOM, Roadrunners Motors, Team Merlot, Malamus Racing, Quantum Motorsport, Dolphins Motorsport, RBGT Team, TRC Ord Sport, and then Team Audio Sport. So, 3 minutes 12 remain. Let's remind you, next week we go to the Nürburgring, which is, personally, my favourite track. But let's also not forget, the Nürburgring isn't the only place in game where you can race in Germany. Technically it is, but you know where this is going, don't you? Of course, coming up later and available in our Discord for more information is, of course, the 24 hours charity race to fight against cancer. We take on the 24 hours of the Nordschleife in a bid to raise money. Of course, you can find all the information available in our Discord server. You can go over to the Sim Grid and search up SimPlay Motorsport. It's hidden away. It's not on there. If you want to sign up, you've got to join our Discord. Go to the SimPlay Motorsport. Go to the SimPlay Motorsport Sim Grid and then join our Discord from there. Or you can join via the description of this live stream or VOD whenever you are watching. And of course, this is qualifying. There's 2 minutes, 3 seconds remaining. It's brought to you by Design Manchester and Audio Sport. You can find out more about them and the links to their websites down in the description of this live stream, aka VOD. And of course, coming up tomorrow night, you'll have more GT3 action with the Pro-Ams around Imola. That is going to be with Dan. That is going to be with Kelly Davis. That is going to be with Matthew Duffin and good old Kelly. It's sweet and sticky all together, and they will be bringing you guys the action in pros tomorrow. But of course, I'm Alexa Marshall. This is Pro-Am. Me and Dan often go solo. I feel bad for Dan because his voice goes a lot. You know what? Can we get some appreciation in chat for Dan? I personally feel like Dan does not get the love he deserves. Can we get some love for Dan in the chat? Luckily enough, he seems to have a break on his voice voice box yesterday because it's similar, but still, I don't think he's fully recovered from Kyalami yet. So can we get some? Yeah, in fact, you know what, Benny, that is fair. Quite a few people are going to try to do the 24 hours of Nordschleife for solo. As up, Millington, you can't park there, sir. You can't park there, sir. I know I can't park there. That's why I called the police. Anyway, 25 seconds remain here in qualifying. The 107 going to be coming in the line. Let's go over to the number 2022 of Yuki Tsunoda. I mean, Sturrock. So here comes the number 22. It's Sturrock. And he will continue here in qualifying. It does come to an end, the checker flag falls, but he will call his time and he will come into the pit lane. It is going to be Arjun who comes to the line, and he will stay P number 8 for the time being. Wolski going to be making his way around the circuit, but goes off at the Villeneuve chicane. So right now we do continue here in qualifying. It's Heyho, who is currently making his way around the circuit. I need to put my phone on charge. He is currently making his way around the circuit. He is looking nice and quick. Down through Acqua Minerale, then up towards Variante Alta, aka the Alta Chicane. And the reason I like to call it Alta, because it does that. It alters your qualifying, it alters your race. And I do believe that is the end of qualifying. There will be no more! Nada! Nada! No more! Nothing to do. And that is the end of qualifying. And let's have a look-see, shall we? It's Sny, then Hibbs, then Gooday, then Gooday, mate. I don't know why I tried to do it. I can't do an Aussie accent. You can't do an Aussie accent, so stop trying. As right now, we got 1 minute, 28 seconds remaining until we get going here in the race number 2. It's a 1 hour race. And of course, race number 2 is coming up. You may disappear at some point if you're watching at home, but hopefully you do not. But if you do, just come back. You know where to find us. And to get notified when we get next go live, you can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below. Let us know that you were here. And we will see you next time. But right now, don't leave just yet. We got plenty of racing action still to come, especially here at Imola. You've got Tamburello, you've got Villeneuve, you've got Tosa, you've got Piratelli, you've got Acqua Minerale. You have got Alta and Verli and then whatever those last two corners are called. Benny, I think you missed a joke. I was telling myself not try an Aussie accent because good day, mate. Yeah, it sounds kind of bad. My Aussie accent is kind of bad, so I was telling myself not to do an Aussie accent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, headphone warning incoming.
Let's get ready to roll!
As right now, Sny lines up on pole, followed by Hibbs. It's then Gray. It's then John Google, followed by Ramsell, Millington, Greaves, Beck, T-Kneebone, Argent will start in the pit lane, so it'll be Wolski, followed by Saunders, Hayho, Flores, Flem Speed 1, Sturrock, Fernie, Varga, Craig, KLF, Tucker, Rob Smith, who got his best result in SimPlay history with the P number 4 in the sprint race. It's then Betterson, Lane, Atherton, and Old Sim Racer. And starting from the pit lane will be Argent. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to go racing, shall we? Because I think everybody here loves a bit of racing action. Let us know let us know that you like racing action in the chat. And then let's get to it, because nobody is going to give you up. Nobody is going to let you down. Nobody is going to go around or desert you here in this, as this is where it all comes down to. This is Imola. We are at round number 7. This is where legends are made. This is where legends are made, and it's an actual proper racing circuit rather than a drag strip, unlike Monza. So, yeah, all right, mate. Wait, what? God, yeah, no, that was horrid. What do you mean that no... What do you mean, no way, that's actually a good attempt for the ones I've heard? What, good day, mate? I just had a bit... I just had a bit more girth to it. That is... Do not take that out of context. I'm gonna get cancelled on Twitter one day. I just had a bit of girth. Oh, God. Like, I make it sound a bit more... How do I say this correctly? I make it sound a bit more rough. You know? Right, anyways. Enough of the Aussie accents, even though John Google is technically P number 3, so I sense the Greasy Bandits 1-2 incoming. But ladies and gentlemen, it is Sny on pole position. Hibbs in P number 2. The Macca is strong around here, as we saw with Fernie. They will look to the right-hand side for that infamous green flag.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Boogity, 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 let's go racing, and we are away at Imola. It's going to be Hibbs, who is going to get amazing, who's going to get a decent start. John Gooday, not so much. Ramsell's already there alongside him, not going to give it up. Into the first chicane, you can already see a car off in the background as everybody tries to get through. Nice and clean, that is hey-ho. He started P11, he drops to second to last, and that is going to be unluckiness. All the way to the back, continues to drop down as they head through the Villeneuve chicane, as they now look towards the Tosa hairpin, down into the braking zone, down into the shots, as honestly, shots of what you get in a pub. As right now, through the lefts, through the rights, and then Sny continues to lead, down into Aqua Minerale. And then one more time, actually, a little bit of a move there from Varga, actually getting past Saunders. So Varga getting past there. Flem Speed 1 also beginning to catch up on that battle. Becky's going to be right there with him. Heading down into the background. Somebody in chat said, cheeky cutback, who knows? Right cheeky move was put on by Beck, as that was a lovely move down into Verionte Alta. And now here comes Flores. It was a mistake by Beck. Now Flores capitalizes. Lovely move down out of Alta, then it down into Ravazza we go. Heading down into the Ravazza, 1 and 2. Heading, as you've got Lesmos 1 and 2 at Imola, but then again, Beck's not going to give it up. He's going to look for that inside line. Who will have the better acceleration? Almost contact between the two as they head down the main straight. Here comes the Macca. Here comes the Aston. And it is going to be the Aston Martin who will lose out. Flores is going to be losing out to Beck right there. Five-way battle may begin to develop. Saunders right there. Varga's going to be right behind him. Also got Flem Speed 1 in the battle, who has a front row seat to all of this. Down the inside will go Varga. Gets past Flores. Will get past Flores, it does seem, as they head out. Flores onto the grass, and that is a car. Was he sideways? It looked like he was sideways momentarily. Maybe due to the paint scheme of the car. But then Saunders back past Flem Speed 1, and that is going to be down the inside at the hairpin, it seems. As Flores as right now Ramsell on the back of John Gooday, as right now Greaves actually on the defensive as T-Bone got Millington behind him. Cam Racing still trying to make their way through these circuits. I know what these lads are about, especially Millington, considering that Millington decided I'm going to touch the grass and miss my final opportunity to get an overtake last night in the GT4s. Totally wasn't against me. And then one more time down out of Alta, down into Ravazza. And who doesn't love this track? As right now, that is actually John Google who made a mistake. He's going to give Hibbs an opportunity to get past back him. Sny is driving off into the distance. As here comes Beck actually around the outside. See Wolski right there, around the outside on Wolski. That was a lovely move passing the main straight. And on the place where there is an actual grandstand here. And then it's going to be, it looked like Wolski was going to go for the move down the inside, but Beck makes a mistake, does the 2021 Hamilton, and goes off into the grass. And he has to keep left, otherwise he loses way more and he may cause an incident. Flores goes wides again. No, actually, that was Saunders who went wide. Flame Speed 1 now going to get past Beck as well with that lovely looking Porsche. Just listen to those cut V6 gears. As down in Villeneuve, that is a car off of Matis Flores. This race not going his way at all from what it would seem. Millington right there, going to be getting past Teeny Bone and then up and through Aqua Minerale. Right now though, Ramsell will continue. They keep on going, they keep it tight, they keep it sweet and sticky. As right now, that is the name of your Pro-Am commentators, aka the name of the duo. As Teeny Bone is going to be right there with them, with that very much 2006 Renault colour scheme, as what I like to look at it, because that blue and yellow is just infamous with that crew. And then we go down one more time through the right-hander onto the main straight. As John Gooday has actually now got past Hibbs from what it would seem, and he has been let loose. Hibbs now acting as rear gunner. He's got to be careful. He's got Ramsey around the back of him. Greaves is right there, as well as Millington. The Cam Racing drivers closing in with each lap. They've got to be careful. It can be very, very close between these two teams, as Snide, fastest man on the circuit, flying away with it. 4.3 second gap within 6 minutes of racing getting underway here at Imola, here at the Autodromo Dino e Ferrari, as that is the actual name. It isn't short, thankfully, but it is the Autodromo. It is the Autodromo Enzo e Dino Ferrari. That is the official name of the circuit, but everybody just calls it Imola. I mean, heck, at least we are not Formula 1 who calls it. The MSC who calls it the 2025 MSC Cruises Autodromo Endo e Dino Ferrari Aqua Romania Imola GP. Try saying that 5 times as fast. Oh, Varga did a bit of off-roading. Sir, if you want to do off-roading, play World Rally Championship. And do what their drivers are doing where they don't get fines. They just refuse to talk to the media unless they can speak in their native language. As Varga, yep, oh, he had a big moment. Jeez, he has dropped and dropped and dropped. Yeah, you know what? I haven't actually mentioned this. I should really probably mention this. It's 5-degree track temperature, 5-degree ambient, fast track surface, and no rain on the forecast. Martin, imagine if that was rain. Imagine if there was rain added as well. As here comes Greaves on Ramsell. Ramsell makes a mistake, goes straight on a chicane. Here comes Greaves around the outside, baby. What the heck happened to Millington? Oh yeah, he went straight on. Anyways, Greaves has got past Ramsell. The game has not updated it yet. There we go. Honestly, I am praying. Like, I am really hoping that when ACC Evo or Rensport, because I know they're looking into it, I hope that us spectators can get live timings. Like, not these ones where it's the intervals. Like on the F1 game and Project Cars 2, where the timings are actually live. Hey, who knows, Martin? We could see it at the Red Bull Ring. As right now, Wolski, hey! And you know what, chat? I want to put this question to you. Chat, I'm going to put this question to you. If there was one track that was not in this game and was not super long, so no Le Mans, as that is actually a mistake by them, but same there. So apart from Le Mans, if you could add any track to this game that is not already in it, what track would it be? And I'm gonna agree with Matthew Duffin on that one. Interlagos. I'm gonna agree with you on that one. Yeah, what track would you all like to see? As right now we are seeing Wolski. We're not seeing a track, but we are seeing Wolski, who's going to fly past T-Nebone, but he's going to make a mistake down into the Tamburello chicane, through the left-hander, and then onto the throttle one more time, wheel to wheel, side by side as they head down towards Villeneuve. Yeah, Martin, trust me, Sebring Road America. Sir, you want Sebring Road America? Go play Forza Motorsport. I'm pretty sure they're in that. Actually, no, actually, could somebody, like, correct me if I'm wrong on this? I said not in game. Dubs, I said not in game, sir. Bathurst is in game. Magello's good. Nah. You know what? Another question. I like the chat interaction. We're going to keep the chat interaction going while this racing goes on. Because it's dark, it's Imola, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on anyway. If you could bring one update to the game, what would it be? If you could bring one update to this game before AC Evo comes to console, what would it be? For me, live timings. Pretty simple. Yeah. One update to the game before AC Evo comes out. Because that's the thing. Like, when you're racing, you've got live timings. As Saunders seemed to make a mistake there, so that's given Millington the opportunity. Here comes Beck. Beck, he's got... Oh, Beck went for the switchback! Didn't work out. Like, that's one thing I'm genuinely confused about, because you've got live timings when you're racing. You know the gap to the cars. Why can't we have that as a spectator? Like, genuinely. Is it really that hard to implement? But yeah, one update, what would it be, chat? Isn't that track that Dubs is saying, that really weird German track, which was basically just like 2 long straights and then 1 big oval, then just a smaller circle and a bigger circle at the end? No, that was Avis. Ability to talk to your picker through the headset. Sir, they tried that in they tried that in the F1 game. It never works. Why? What do you want to be? Just in the middle of the race going, hey engineer, can you play Sweet Caroline? Is that what you wish you could do, Benny? You could just get it on the radio going, hey engineer, play Sweet Caroline. Better spectator mode / spectator mode overhaul. Yes, we were talking about this last week. ACC physics, Project Cars 2 broadcast mode. Boom. Perfection. Sniping it. Oh yeah, I know. I saw. Here comes Hibbs. I saw. Don't worry, I saw. I just didn't want to. I just did not want to make that big of it because there's still 43 minutes left. Has Hibbs got past him? Oh no, he hasn't. No, they're still there, okay. Sweet Caroline. Boo, boo, boo. Chat, I'm trusting you here. Sing Sweet Caroline in chat. I want to see it. Everybody knows the words, so sing it in chat. And if somebody gets it wrong, you've got to start again. I did not mean to click that. Yeah, we know Good A's first. I put the camera on him. Also, that is not John Gooday, that is John Google. That is not John Gooday, that is John Google. And I will hear no other arguments. Even he agrees that is John Google because it's a good one. Somebody just said it. Somebody in chat said, I feel if I was racing F1, the FIA would have a field day with my radio transmissions. I think I'd break the beep machine. So right now, everybody in the top 10 is just driving away, whereas these guys, we've got a field day going on here. Hey-ho makes a mistake. Actually, no, that was KLF, actually. KLF makes a mistake. I'm going to have to put this on LA Cam for all these guys because, oh my god. Oh my god. T-Nebone's driven away with it. So it's KLF, Hey-ho, Fernie, Old Sim Racer's coming off on KLF right now. As they do go down the main straight, they will make contact. Almost spewing off into the barrier is each of them. Down into turn number 2, that's going to be a mistake. KLF goes off the circuit. And that is going to be under investigation without a doubt. And you can see how unhappy he is. The flash, it's over. He is not happy. And he goes off at Villeneuve. Right now, as they continue on here, KLF made that mistake. All Sim Racers started to drive away with it. Fernie's right there with him. And the gaps have died down. Whoa. Millington into the pits. Sir, it's not pit time yet. Did Millington make a mistake with fuel? Has Millington made a mistake with fuel? Because what is going on here? He is in the pits incredibly early. Sir, what are you doing? Why are you in the pit lane? No idea why he's there. Anyway, Flores right now on a battle. Well, he's trying to chase down Rob Smith. So, Flores on a fight, in a battle. Let's get ready to rumble! Right now, it is going to be Flores who's chasing down Rob Smith. We've got a nice little battle going on here between these two. Down into Aqua Minerale. And they are going to be right there with each other. I'm going to calm it down a bit for the end of the race because I know how these things go. As right now, Flores will move to the left-hand side. Everybody knows what he's going to try to do here. He looks for that outside, down into the chicane. He will be in front. Over the curb goes Rob Smith. That's going to cost him the position. Through goes Flores. And Rob Smith, who got his best result ever in SimPlay Motorsport, P number 4 in the sprint, now down in P number 16, but he's never going to give it up, and he's still going to chase down Flores throughout these next few laps. What is going on in the Twitch chat? In the Twitch chat, in the YouTube chat. Jeez, fire. Great balls of fire! The fire is spurting, the fire is spitting. Here comes R. Smith, looking to get past Flores, which actually he is not done yet, but he's going to be right there with him as they head down into Villeneuve chicane. So right now, this is the battle that's going on. Also, you got Kneebone chasing down Saunders. We got another battle coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get your predictions in the chat. Who comes out on top? The Macca or the Beamer? Also, we would love to know who you're here to support. Put it in the YouTube chat. Who are you here to support? Who are you watching this evening? Who are you hoping has a good result? Let us know. And let us know what team you are also supporting, if you know it. Heading down into the Tamburello chicane. It is going to be Kneebone. Still chasing down that driver in front of him, Saunders. Gap seeming to open up again now. But right now, Old Sim Racer still on the back of Fernie as the pit window opens. Box, 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 box. As through the chicane, it seems like Kneebone is all over the back of Saunders. One thing to point out though, 0.8, here we go! Greaves versus Ramsell. Somebody in chat saying this, they're here to support FBR. Fair enough, that bloke racing, we've got him on screen for you. It's Greaves who is chasing down Ramsell. Old Sim Racer now on the back of Fernie. You've got to wonder, these are where it counts. These moments, these final moments before the pit stops, is it an undercut? Is it an overcut? From what we saw in the GT4s last night, the overcut is a key strategy here. It is very, very good if you can undercut and get out in front of those drivers who you were just unable to pass. The defensive play here can be incredible as Ramsell calls the box into the pit lane. So will Sturrock and Bettison. The last and second to, and third to last, as well as P number 7 of Ramsell, all call their pit lane. Fernie pulls into the pit lane. He calls his box. Telling me to tell Millington that the
Millington, sir, your pit box is finally open.
And that was a lovely move. That was a lovely move right there on Atherton. Like, I have got to give him that. So, like, that was an absolutely lovely move that he just made there. So the undercut strategies seem to be coming into play here as the poll is complete. 54% of viewers, 54% of the 11 people who voted, so about 6 people said that Snai is to win this race. Hate to break it to you, he's currently P number 2. As to that FBR supporter, in comes Greaves. He comes into the pit lane. He calls his box. Into the pit lane he comes. Currently now P number 6. Now P number 7. As actually, here we go, this is actually a key factor. You can see Kneebone right there in the background. It was a 0.5 second gap when both Kneebone and Heyho came into the pit lane. This is where it counts. This could be a jump for either of these drivers. It will be the Greaves will make his way out the pit lane now. He's got his car moving. Another Macca coming in behind, trying to make his way into, and he will call his pit box. That is actually, is that Hibbs? No, it's not. But we're looking at that McLaren in the background. That blue, that yellow, and we are also looking at Heyho, who the camera is on. And they both finally get moving. Who's going to have the better line? Is it going to be Heyho? It looks like it's going to be Heyho. And it will be That's a jump in the pit lane. The mandatory pit stop requirements are just refueling. So that was a jump in the pit lane for Hey-Ho over Kneebone. Well, it is a 25-second minimum pit stop time, only refueling required, but I think we will be honest. Most people will take tyres. We get we're halfway through, engineer. Thank you very much. Interrupting my talk time with chat. Honestly, chat, how inconsiderate can these race engineers be sometimes? Don't worry, we know they're all just doing their job. Still doesn't mean they can't be a pain in the butt. But let's have a look. Let's have a look-see at the gapsies. It is going to be Fernie who's closing on Varga, actually, so that's the battle we are going to watch. That's the battle we want. That's the battle we're going to watch. Hey-ho, here we go. Little too high, little too low. You think she's made of candy? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Did somebody just disconnect? As old Sim Racer comes into the pits, makes his pit stop, he's making his way out. Hibbs, P number 2, makes his way into the pit lane. Flem Speed 1 also into the pits. Gooday has already made his pit stop. Sny in the lead of this race as it does currently stand. 3 minutes 22, yet to make your pit stop. So you would think that Sny will now make his pit stop. It is Gooday who has come in. He's made his box. And it's going to be Sny who will be trying the overcut. He's now back in P number 1 after that mistake he made. How close does he have to be to keep it? Gooday now coming out and through the final corner as the leader of Sny comes down into Alter, and we'll have to wait and see. So into the pit lane, Hibbs will begin to come out. He will begin to roll out. Where is his teammate? He's just past the pit lane exit as Hibbs hits on the throttle. So it is a P1-2 on net for Hibbs and Gooday as it stands. Flores and Sny still yet to make their pit stop. Down into Ravazza 1 and Ravazza number 2. Heading down now. You have to call your box. Into the pits they come. Flores yet to make his pit stop. Where will he come? He's coming down and through Piratella. But the big question, where will this put him? You can see the pits. You will see him in a second. Here comes Gooday. Down through Piratella. He's right there. It's closer and closer with each dying moment. Down into Acqua Minerale. And then up through, over the crest, into Alta Chicane. Is this undercut, is the overcut for Sny the opportunity which he needs? Is it going to be the right play? He is still yet to move inside that pit box. Does he take tyres? Does he only take fuel? You can see a lot of drivers already passing him, but it's Gooday who's leading. As Sny begins to get rolling, has the overcut worked? Down into the main straight. This is where it's going to count. Here comes Gooday, and he's still rolling. He's still rolling. Look on the left-hand side. You're going to be able to see him onto the throttle. Where's he going to be? Gooday's right there, and he takes the lead of the Imola GP. And I do not think that is going to be very fun for Sny. who almost had it back in his grasp. But right now you can see this going on behind, you can see all this going on behind KLF. It's going to be Fernie and Saunders. Fernie and Wolski. Wolski goes off. Major mistake by him. Down into Ravazza 1 and then down the main straight. We continue to go further and further, lap after lap here at Imola.
The pit window is closing now.
Has my game done it? Yes, it has. BRB chat. Apologise for that Series S moment, chat. But right now, Snide back in the lead of this race, and the battle for P number 11 seeming to become a three-way fight as here comes Wolski down the back straight, and then here we go one more time onto the throttle, into the slipstream, further and further, looks for the inside, going to be going down into the braking zone for Villeneuve chicane, for Tamburello chicane, through the left, through the right, not going to work out that time. Fernie stays ahead, KLF continuing to drive off ahead. And this is where it's closer, and closer, and closer. You get it, chat. But it's closer and closer with each passing lap. Right now the gap is between Wolski and Fernie. It's opened up to 1.9 between Fernie and KLF. These drivers not going to give each other an absolute inch. It's a moment after moment, lap after lap phenomenon, which we love to see. These battles which are less likely here at Imola, as Snide's still trying to keep that gap at 1 second. He still has that possibility of a race win here at Imola if he can keep it going. But we can only hope and he can only hope for the best and put his best into that car. Right now, you can see the leader. It's Good A right there, and there is Snide. It's an Aston Martin versus a BMW, and right now down into the good old Ravazza 1 and Ravazza 2, down into the main straight. So right now, these do close in, as Snide is also closing in. 0.8, leader's got to be hoping that nothing else happens. We'll have to wait and see. Here at Imola, this is SimPlay Motorsport. Apologies, Chad, just had to deal with something right there. And, yep. Wow, wow, wee, wow. I like. Yeah, indeed. The battle for the lead is heating up right now. And I know we should probably focus on these guys back here. But when it comes down to it, you've got to focus on the leaders. Sny got unlucky with that pit stop. But he has been fighting back ever since. He's been inching closer lap after lap. It now sits at 0.7, seeming to lose time in sector number 3, but he wants to get closer. He wants to get onto the back of John Gooday. As right now we also go over to Wolski, who's on the back of these guys. Fernie on the back of KLF, who seems to be on the back. As actually KLF seem to lose out here. Moved past a lapped car. Blue flags, blue flags. As here we go then, down into Tosa hairpin, through the left-hander, keep it tight, keep it sweet and sticky, as that is where your pro-am commentary duo, sweet and sticky, Dan Dan's GT4. Matthew Duffin and Kelly Davis is sweet and sticky, but also this battle is sweet and sticky. As they stick it on the track, down into Aqua Minerale, into and through the down into, but loses it, hits the sausages on the inside, almost got comboed, and then that is going to be onto the outer chicane. He's not going to give it up though, he's never going to lay it down. He wasn't going to go around or desert, yeah, he was going to keep it straight and clean. He's going absolutely nowhere. But right now, Flores on the back of Wolski. Here we go. One more time through this racing circuit. So right now, Flores on the back of Wolski. Closer and closer, lap after lap. He's all over the back of him as that is a car off in the background. That seems to be a Beamer. Was that Wolski? No, Wolski's there. Was that Varga? No, Varga's there. Who was that? Number 53? No, that's an Audi. As the gap between Sny and Gooday now opens up to a second. Compared to the Aston, it sounds like an electric vehicle. Let's test that. Damn, you're right. A proper British engine in that. And a proper British car, the Boatley. As here comes Argent, still trying to close down, closer and closer with every single lap. He's going to be on the back. He's going to be on the back of Fernie very, very soon. as they head down into the braking zone, into the left-hander, onto the brakes, but he goes onto the grass. He's going to go straight on at the Tamburello chicane. Sny right now. Here we go, onto the main straight. One more time, closer and closer, trying to inch, trying to get it, trying to get every single moment, every single opportunity, every single shot that we have here. And it is going to be... Oh, in chase view? Wait, really? Oh, damn. Well, damn. Oh no, Kneebone's got to drive through. As here we go then. Sny's still closing, lap after lap. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. As we've got 15 minutes left in this race. It's right now actually going to be KLF who's going to be right there. That is contact on the inside of the Tosa hairpin. And that was, I do not believe that was KLF's fault. Oh, you're right there, Atherton. Oh, Sny almost losing it on the exit. Sny almost losing it on the exit, but he's still going to keep it with him. Down into Aqua Minerale. They will keep it going. Don't lose it too much, otherwise you will end up spinning out. Just like that. Mistaking Aqua. And that is going to cost him. That was a good save, though. You got to give him that. As right now, Old Sim Racer on the back of 30, down through turn number 1, down into turn number 2 and 3 of the Tamburello chicane. Ford is going to be on the outside, Maka on the inside. He's going to go down for the inside, heading down into the left-hander just after. Down onto the throttle, into the spaces. That is a lovely move right there. Here comes the Bentley of Argent. He's up against, he is up against Fernie as they go through this. Fernie, the sprint race winner. And that is going to be unlucky as actually, no. Fernie? Fernie made it through. Who was that? There was a car off. Was it? Yes, it was. It was Teeny Bone. So the gap for the leaders opens up to a second again now. Old Sim Racer still on the back of Fernie. He's got to be careful though. He has got Wolsey coming up behind him. He's got Fernie behind him, Craig in front of him. Down into chicane Alta we go. And then it's Craig followed by Old Sim Racer, Fernie, Wolski, Argent, and Millington's still trying to make his way through. He's got a BMW right in front of him. Actually, I believe. Is that Greaves? That is Greaves. There's Ramsell. but it's a skirmish back here. And look at this. This is about to become a whole lot more interesting because, ladies and gentlemen, the leaders have reached the lap traffic battle. They're going to have to put their battles on hold because here comes Good A, here comes John Google, here we go, one more time, through the left-hander, and onto the throttle again, as quickly as you go, as quickly as you like, and then down into the chicane called Villeneuve. How quickly can Snai sight through this lap traffic though? He's already 3.7 seconds behind. Snai has dropped back majorly after that mistake at Acqua Minerale. Has it bruised the ego? Has it attacked the confidence? Did it hurt where it hit? That we will never know. Hibbs and Goday, P13, Greasy Bandits, double podium again. These guys have been on an absolute roll. Can they keep it tidy in these last 10 minutes? That is the real question. Heading down through Acqua Minerale, it's going to be Goday, who's trying to make his way through, who's trying to make the opportunity who's trying to make the opportunity work. We go down now into Chicane Alta. He's got that battle ahead of him. He's got the battle between KLF, Smith, Olsen Racing, and as well as Wolski and Fernie right there with him. The Maka is going to be moving to the left-hand side. Flash, flash, flash goes Goday, but the Maka seeming to not let off until the right-hander did not want to let that up. Goday has to make the move, but was that contact? Yes, it was. From the Maka, and now where is Snai? Snai has made it through. That's going to be an incident without a doubt. Unfortunately, it seemed like it was the Maka who were to hit him from behind, and then that's just gifted Snai the race lead that's just gifted Snai the Imola race lead. But you've got to wonder, will that count? It definitely will if he keeps it to the line, but but will it be seen as a proper victory by some? As Goday only drops to P number 2, Hibbs is right there with him, but now there's a key factor. Goday's now got to get through all this lap traffic again. And we shall go to him. Where's he at? Was it Beck? No, it doesn't. I don't think it was. It wasn't KLF either. I believe. Was it kind of a camo livery? I'll know him when I'll see him. But here we go. Yep. One of the back markers is like, yeah, no, I am not getting involved in this. And here we go again. Here comes Goday, trying to march his way through these back markers. He's had enough. He goes flash, flash, flash. Flashes the headlights. Get out of the way, because we do not want an incident with a back marker like we just saw there on the previous lap. He now gets through that lap traffic. He's got a bit of clear track. He's got a Bentley between him and the leader. He's got a Bentley between him and Snai. It's 5-second gap with 7 minutes, 7 seconds remaining on the clock. That's a second a lap with a lap to go. No, that is just over a second a lap. He needs to close in. Otherwise, even for Snai, it will be a controversial win, as it may not, as many may say it may be deserved. I know it wasn't a Bentley. I'm saying that there's a Bentley in between him and the leader. There's Snai right in front of the Bentley. I'm saying that there's a Bentley in between him and Snai. Honestly, I don't know. I think it was the Maka. I think it was the Maka that let him past into the right-hander. But nonetheless, when incidents happen, you go again. He's got to be on an absolute charge now. He has had enough. Right now, though, one man who may have also had enough, staying behind a Ford Mustang for too long, is Wolski. He's currently 0.169, even though that's will be inaccurate now. Trying to chase down Old Sim Racer, who sits in front of him. Yeah, I believe it was. I believe it was the McLaren that let him pass and wasn't backing off early, but it should have. As Wolski definitely didn't back off there, goes over the sausage curbs. Boom, bam, bosh. Sparks begin to fly. As hey-ho, closing in on Saunders, as onto the Alta chicane we go. As look at that gap on the left-hand side between Snai and Gooday. It was 5.1. Now it's 4.2, but only in 3 minutes. If it comes down to it, it's going to be final lap. It's going to come down to the wire. Hey-ho got a very good jump in the pit lane. He got that extra position. He got that actually perfect. Right now, though, he's looking to get past Saunders. He wants an extra place. It's Ferrari versus Beamer. Beamer versus Ferrari. Italy versus Germany. And right now they continue going through the kink of turn number 1, down towards turn number 2 and turn number 3 of the chicane, and then out through the left-hander. And here we go. He's going to look for the inside move down into chicane Villeneuve. Yeah, black with purple trims. Thought so. As hold up. Apologies. Apologies, I missed this. What's happened here? Apologies, I missed that. Snai's had a moment. Because this is why we need live timings in game, because I had no idea that happened. Snai has had a moment which we didn't notice because of the because there's no live timings. So it was in between 2 timing points, and that's given Gooday the race lead. Well done. Well done. Apologies that we missed that. Right, back to the battle. So we've got 2 battles going on right now. Wolski versus Old Sim Racer. Fernie versus Craig. As there is cars right behind him. This is not fun for these guys. As here we go, freeway battle it seems between Greaves, Saunders and Hey-Ho. Battle begins now. In these final few laps we will be going on to the penultimate. The leader now coming towards the start-finish line. If I'm correct, there will not be an extra lap. We'll check his lap times in just a minute when he comes to the line. It will be 1 minute 57, 56. Will it go an extra lap? 1 minute 44. We have 1 extra lap. Unless that's lying to me. You know, we're 33 laps in. Great, because I disconnected, we don't have lap times. Great. Love you, ACC. As that is going to be a mistake by Saunders. Hey-Ho will take advantage. Looks for the outside line as they head onto the main straight, passing the start-finish line. Round the outside will go Hey-Ho for Dolphin 1 Motorsport. And it is, look at that front end of that grid of that fat bloke racing Macca. McDonald's as we go down into the Tamburello chicane again, but Greaves is going to make a mistake. He will go off. He will move out the way. He does not want to get caught up in that. That is going to give Hayhoe and Saunders the opportunity to slip by. They're not going to give it up. They're going to continue going down into Villeneuve. These guys keep it going, down into Villeneuve, and then out of Tosa, down towards Piratella. We are on the penultimate lap as down to the line is now coming Goudet, and he is on a drive. Thank you for interrupting me, in-game engineer, but we have to remember there is a fight on our hands. It is not over yet. Snai and Goudet are in this together. They have been locked in this for quite a while now. Looking over the rear wing of the race leader, you can see Snai right there. A little bit of a rear end slip coming out of Tamburello chicane into Villeneuve chicane, and then down into Tosa. But Goudet's going to make a mistake. That will give Snai the opportunity to slip past on the final lap into Tosa. That is going to be Snai who takes the lead of the Imola GP. I hate I cannot scream right now because it's 10 o'clock at night. As we continue going down, Snai's going to be right there with him. Over the crest, down into Piratella. They may have said earlier that it was not deserved, but it looks like it may be deserved now after that mistake from Goudet. Crumbling under the pressure, down into Aqua Minerale. Beamer versus Aston Martin. Goudet has won Goudet has won the last 3 out of 4 feature races. This would be the 4th feature race in a row he would have won. Bathurst, Silverstone, Kyalami. He wants to add Imola to that list as we continue going further and further, closer and closer. Ravazza 1 and 2 left to go. Who will come to the line? Who will get it done? But they both go off. They both go off into the final corners. Both crumbling, both got pressure. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go all the way to the top? It's gonna be Snai. Then he goes to the top with a drag race to the line. Snai wins the Imola GP. Good day P2, Hibbs P3 to make it a double Greasy Bandits podium again. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you finish a race. It seems like Beck was in a fight with Flem Speed 1 Racing. But it looks like that was unlucky. But right now, this battle's been going on for the past few laps, and it's still going. Hey-ho on the back of Saunders, down into right-hander, down into Ravazza 1, into Ravazza 2. The Ferrari better speed through the corners, it does seem. Who's going to have the better line at the final corner? We may have another drag race here. Ferrari versus Beamer, but it looks like it may stick where it is. The Helicam always provides us with these best kind of shots. Looks for the inside. Ferrari's going to be right there with him, with the slipstream. Looks for the outside, looks for the inside, but that's not going to be enough. It's Saunders P7. Hey-ho, P number 8. But it's this man. It's Snai who wins here at Imola. Still got a few drivers to come around the line. I'm gonna make this very clear. I can't do the interviews because I need to go to shop. So I don't know if Matthew, my producer, is going to be doing the interviews, but if he does, I appreciate him very much. Or he might just end it, I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're right tomorrow night, GT3 will be back. That's with the pros. It is sweet and...
So yes, we are live for the podiums here. I've just got a full...
So yes, we are live for the podiums.
Obviously, Lexi's had to step away for the time being, so we are here for the podiums of the Pro-Am category, and we'll just wait for the drivers to join us in the booth at the moment for the interviews. I'm sure we're going to have some interesting conversations with a few drivers tonight. I can't wait to speak to a couple of the boys out there on the circuit, as I'm just still inputting the race results. Normally not in charge of too much on a Wednesday evening, obviously due to new dad duties, but at the minute we are trying to do what we can do so far. So DJ Phil was down 23rd. The only other person that I need was Kneebone. He was 22nd. Old Sim Racer finished 14th. And Millington finished down in 19th place. That is everybody's names on that list. Only 25 drivers due to the fact that there was no Unsworth here tonight. But Kelly Davis took the driver of the day in the poll of the viewers, and we're not going to get to see who Lexi's driver of the day was, but it was a solid night for KLF on his return back to GT3s as a reserve driver this season. Obviously, Kelly Davis will be back in the commentary box tomorrow evening, and we have got a couple of the podium sitters in the Discord chat at the moment. We will start with Hibbs. First time we get to properly speak with Hibbs tonight. It's going to be interesting to hear his insights. Obviously, taking a great keen interest in what he does this season. Championship leader currently at the moment as well, has that lead by 115 points. And Hibbs, we've raced many a times over on the FBR channel, and we've had many a close battle in the past. But the Pro-Ams, it's been a different kettle of fish, hasn't it, this season? You're obviously getting to grips a bit more with some league racing and with such a big grid. It's tough work.
It really is. The grid is so close. One tiny little mistake or lack of practice or a slight hiccup with a setup or something like that, and you're really struggling. Like, I was P3, I'd say a solid P3, but I had no chance of keeping with Sny or John. It was good fun trying, but no chance.
And you've been championship leader for a while now. You've kind of had that grasp on it by a good margin these last couple of weeks. You're struggling to get that race win, though. Obviously, the reverse grid race win last week at Kyle Army was a big help. But race twos at the moment, your teammates seem to have your number so far, and it was kind of the same way tonight. And like you say, Sny was at the front this time to take that second place away. Yeah,
definitely. My only win was Brands Hatch in a feature race, I think. But yeah, since then I sort of tried to bag points, and if John's quicker than me, let him go, because our aim from quite early on was trying to secure the teams. So I think we've got a healthy lead in that. So it's just trying to build on that. Like I said, the grid's so close. It's just trying to maximise every single week.
Yeah, indeed. Imola, though, was this week's destination. Cold temperatures, to say the least. I think it dropped to 5 degrees towards the end of that second race. How was the McLaren out there? How did you find it?
Race 1, it was on rails. It felt really, really good in race 1. Race 2, I think I sort of didn't notice the fact the temperature was dropping, and my tyre pressures were dropping quite considerably towards the end. So I don't think it would have made much of a difference, but it felt, if you push it just that tiny little bit too much, then you paid the price by running wide.
Obviously, such a famous circuit in the world of Formula One and GTs across the world. But we go to Nürburgring next, another track that could be cold, well known for having a bit of rain around. Obviously, high up in the mountains. What are we expecting to do there, Nürburgring? Tough track. Can we get a race win or more podiums?
I like Nürburgring. One thing I've really not done much of is rain. So I'm trying to, behind the scenes, do a little bit of practice for the wet weather to try and work out. The grip side of it isn't too bad, but it's knowing when to switch to wets or how long you can run on the dries. So if it rains, I think I could be in a bit of trouble, because I'm not that good in the rain. But yeah, time will tell. If it's dry, I quite like the circuit. So yeah, as long as I can get the car set up, I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, there we go then. Hibbs, congratulations on the P3 and the race 1 win earlier on. We'll let you get back to it and enjoy that one. Congratulations.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
We're joined by the man I want to speak with, John Gooday. Well, that second race had thrills, spills, ups, down, lefts and rights, and without you and Sny making your own mistakes, there was other traffic, let's say the least.
Yeah. Back end, the start of the race was fairly decent. It was just when we started coming up against the back markers. I don't actually know who it actually was at the precise moment, but I had a kind of a healthy gap and just got tapped. I don't know why he was trying to race me down the back straight, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to dwell on it too much. Sny made a couple of his own mistakes that I got quite lucky with, which put me back in front of him. But with that damage that I was having on the back end of the car, it was just inevitable he was going to get me at some point, because he was fairly strong around Sector 1 and 2. It was Sector 3 where he was struggling on, and Sector 3 is where I really need the rear aero, and it just wasn't there. So, but yeah, it was quite exciting onto the last corner on the last lap. That was quite funny.
Yeah, I did. I managed to actually catch you both going deep at the penultimate corner. It's been a pretty good season from you so far, John, hasn't it? Again, a lot of feature race wins at the moment. But the sprint races seem to be, these last 2 weeks, is what's caught you out. Last week, just inside the top 10, with a few incidents at the start of the race, and then just struggled to get through a bit of traffic, or a bit of the cars on the same lap. And then pretty much the same story tonight, wasn't it? You was kind of good pace, but just every time you seemed to pass one or two cars, an incident happened or a mistake happened that then dropped you back down the field.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. I've said to you within the few weeks, race 1 has always been my nemesis. It's like, I don't know what's going on. I try and keep as clean as possible, and again, it goes back to when I first started, getting caught up in silly little incidents. But yeah, again, I know the pace is there. That's the most frustrating thing. I know the pace is there. It's just getting caught up in other people's incidents, which, bottom line is that's what's going to cost me the championship. That's kind of why I think Hibbs has kind of got that gap to myself and Sny, because he's kind of managed to stay out of trouble in the first race, kind of taking it easy. And I mean, Hibbs is quite a consistent driver anyway. Like you stated on, we've raced a lot of races in FBR with him. FBR, I can't seem to get close to him, but I don't know what the difference is between FBR to this. It's like, yeah, race 2, I'm kind of showing that I've got a lot more pace than him. But yeah, I mean, between me and him, we're not really going to be going into stupid, lunges and trying to put it on us, put it on each other. Like Hibbs touched on right from the word go, our goal was the constructors. Me personally, yes, okay, I'd like to win the drivers, but Hibbs has got that healthy gap at the minute. I've said to him, if he keeps hanging around my area of positions, he'll have that drivers straight up. Like I said, race 1 is kind of his strong point. Race 2 is my strong point. So yeah.
Well, yeah, it does seem to be the way, John, of, if you look at the last 2 weeks especially, you finished just inside that top 10 or just outside of it. Hibbs has taken 2 race wins, and then when he's racing you in that second race, he's the position behind you. So the points he's gaining over you is absolutely incredible at the moment. But this is a teammate that you haven't really had a chance to win anything with a teammate since back with Dean, all them seasons ago. This is your best chance, isn't it, at a title, a second Pro-Am Constructors title. You and Hibbs are pretty fair pairing, a pretty good pairing.
Yeah. It's I've said to yourself, I'm not knocking any of the other teammates. My other teammates have been good for that period of time of where we were. I mean, Dean, yes, you could probably put him up there with, probably up there with Hibbs, obviously because we've won the constructors together. But yeah, that season alone. When I won the constructors with that, I had tough competition with that, with yourself, Nova, Flem Speed was there, his teammate for half a season, Sorensen was it? And then your teammate, Super D Masaki. But yeah, I think Hibbs is, for consistency wise, is right up there with the period of me and Dean, but I do think Hibbs has got that step further. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously, like I said, he's in pole position at the minute. So But yeah, it's exciting. It's putting me on my edge. I will say, with him being in P1, it's kind of making me push. I had a little joke about with him last week. 2 weeks ago. I was like, look, we're kind of pushing for the constructors. Once we've got that gap, then I will be trying to push for pole position in the drivers' table.
Yeah.
It was like, can you not just drop off? I was like, no. I goes, I mean, it's been a long time coming, this drivers' championship. Like, I think this season is probably one of the only positions that I could probably get that first place again. But again, I need Hibbs to mess up a few times, which I don't want him to do. But we'll see.
We go to the Nürburgring next week, John. Obviously, as I said to Hibbs, Nürburgring high up in the altitude. We've got a good chance of potentially having some rain around at the Nürburgring. What can you do around there?
I like the rain. I've been wanting the rain for ages. For some reason, I do well in the rain. I've done well at Kyle Army, done well at Spa in the rain. I mean, that Spa race that we had 2 seasons ago, I loved the mixed conditions where it swapped and changed. I thrive for that. But again, I'll do a bit of practice, see what I can do, see what lap times I can get. And yeah, just come into that race, not really, pressuring myself too much, just see what I can pick up.
Well, John Goody, congratulations on the P2 in that second race. We are joined by your race winner as well. We've got Snai in the commentary box, and I hope that, hopefully, Snai, we are pronouncing your surname correct there. But a race win for yourself tonight, another good race, and a good display from the BMW here at Imola.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Snai is correct. I have mixed feelings about the race. It's was good from the start, and then a terrible spin, lost position, then gained position to John, and then lost again. It's just emotional roller coaster. Not sure whether it was a good race or a terrible race.
Yeah, it did seem like it was a bit up and down. One moment you'd end up making a mistake, the next John was in trouble. But you managed to get him on that last lap. He ran a little deep into the gravel trap, and that gave you that one opening that you needed to take that race lead.
Didn't know what to say about it. The last corner I went on a sand, and I said goodbye to my first place, and then I noticed that John is just behind me on the sand.
Yeah, it was quite funny to watch that moment. We go to the Nürburgring next week. BMW look good tonight at Imola, but what can it do at the Nürburgring?
Don't know. You mentioned rain. Is it going to be on Nürburgring?
Possibly. There's rain around.
Yep. I have nearly zero experience with rain. I've made a couple of races on Nürburgring, so I'll see. Don't know.
Well, Snai, congratulations on the race win. Well done tonight. Enjoy that one, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Well done on the win, Snai.
To Snai. And to John and to Damien Hibbs, who take the podiums there then. Lexi was in the chat. She gave her driver of the day from the commentator's point of view to KLF. Do you know what? Why not give Kelly a clean sweep? He's made his return. He's been in the top 9 for a guy that's probably, running down the back end of the grid. He's had a pretty good night, and got to always back up my co-commentator. Speaking of Kelly, me and him will be back in the box, sweet and sticky, in your box tomorrow night at Imola for the Pro Series. Numbers dwindling in the Pro this week, so hopefully a few more of the drivers confirm and we can get a few more out there on the grid, but it's going to be a great show nonetheless. You are not going to want to miss that. That will be 8 p.m. GMT. Me and Kelly in the box for the pros. Lexi will be back live next Wednesday, and Dan Davis will be back for the GT4s on Tuesday evening. Remember, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button, the bell to be notified, and subscribe to this channel if you are new. But from here at SimPlay Motorsport, we'll see you tomorrow night. Goodbye.